But today I'm here with my friend in the Indian store. You might know this dude. Tell them your YouTube name so they can subscribe to you.
My name is Monch Plays, and I usually play video games. So yeah.
Yeah, mostly Fortnite. I have him as friend and everything. I stalked him last night.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's
seriously.
creepy.
Okay, tell your story now. He has a creepy story called Karma. Like, I'm a bad karma. I have karma. I have ADHD today. Okay.
So some people might not find this scary. So if you don't find this scary, then you can just click off.
Yeah, but if you find it like interesting but not scary, you can still listen.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So this story is called Karma. So there was a boy named Jax, and he was the nerdy kid in his class. So everyone made fun of him and called him a teacher's pet and said he had no place in this world.
I'm my teacher's pet.
So he decided one day that he just wanted some food, and he went to the grocery store. But he found this doll on the floor, and it looked like one of the bullies at his class.
Okay. Plus, he has a picture to show what happens to somebody at the end. I don't know which character, but come on.
So, he looked at the price tag on that doll, and it had no price tag. It was
Free!
Exactly. But it didn't feel like anyone owned it.
I'm scared now.
So,
Look, I have holy light on me to not keep me scared now.
So he picked it up, and he found out that it was one of his friends from school, but they weren't really his friends. They were bullies. So he brought it home, and he looked up any creepy doll that represents a friend or a bully. And he found out that it is called a voodoo doll.
I've heard of those.
Voodoo dolls.
I used to have one of them, but
A
they
voodoo
creep me out.
doll. A voodoo doll is a doll that looks like a friend or a bully or anybody in your life, and you can get a needle, a knife, anything to just destroy the doll. And
Yeah,
will
I
happen
stabbed
in real
him in the
life.
heart so many times.
And it will happen in real life. So anyways, continue. He was shocked. He didn't know what to do with it. He could hurt a friend, and he didn't want to do that. And it looked like a lot of his friends, but he couldn't figure out who. So he decided
Punch him.
to go ahead and stab him in the hand with a needle. And stabbed it right in. The next day, the teacher found out that he had the doll, but he didn't care because it was just a doll. So the next morning, the principal had a hole in his hand, and it was creepy, and he was staying in his office most of the time. So he decided the principal was pretty mean to him, so maybe he might do some stuff to him. So he decided that he wanted to stab him in the eye.
Oh, that's painful.
But then the next morning, he got to school. One of his friends had an eye patch on.
No.
And he thought, what a weird coincidence. It was just creepy. And he didn't know whose doll it was and who it represented. But then he realized he should find out more info on this voodoo doll. So he went ahead and went on the internet to search up what kind of voodoo dolls there are. And he found out that a voodoo doll can't go to a specific person if it looks like multiple people. Has different eyes from different friends, different hair colors, different shoes, like anything. So he decided to test out one more time and then stab it in the right eye. And then the next morning, one of his friends, a whole different one, had an eye patch on that one. He was so confused. How is this going to be weird? But then he decided maybe he could start sewing stuff on. So he decided, hey, I can sew like a wart on someone's face. Then a girl next morning had a big wart on her face. It was disgusting. It creeped him out. The next afternoon, he decided, hold up, if I can sew award. Maybe I can do something to one of my bullies at my school. What he did was he put hair or like yarn on top of it and on top of the doll and put the hair up straight to make him look like a goof. But he got the wrong person again. And one of his friends got their hair stuck up for a month. He decided, I'm gonna throw this thing out. This thing's done. I don't want it anymore. So he threw it out into the garbage. And he attempted before he threw in the garbage to cut off all the things that he did and try to fix them up. And the next afternoon, the voodoo doll was on his bed, staring right at him.
I hate that.
But the voodoo doll looked exactly like him. That voodoo doll was cursed and he needed to stop it now. So he decided, hey, why not just burn it?
He can burn himself alive.
He burnt it. He threw it in the oven, set it in flames. But for some reason, he didn't feel anything. It was painless. So the next morning, someone named Jessica was burnt to a crisp during a class. She turned into ashes and died. And then the eyes rolled up to him and looked him straight in the eyes. And then the tongue, the teeth, and the mouth came coming over, and the eyes and the mouth said, "You will pay for what you've done. You've done something bad, and you're gonna get it." So that afternoon, he checked for that voodoo doll, but he couldn't find it. And he just remembered, oh, I destroyed it. I burned it. It's over, right? He went into his living room and saw the voodoo doll watching TV. Then the voodoo doll turned the TV off and turned his head towards him and said, "You've done something really bad." Then died. He fell asleep in some way, and Max just decided, I might have changed the name, so don't worry. Don't have to tell us in the comments because I might have. So he looked Max was horrified. So he decided the only way to get rid of it was to just end it. He ripped off the head, the arms, everything. But then after he went back into his bed to check went back in his bed and sleep all together again. He cut it off. He tried to destroy it all. He threw the fluff in the trash, and then the fluff flew back into the stomach of the voodoo doll. He tried and he couldn't get over it. It was annoying. It really was. Going crazy with insanity and attempting to burn this doll or get rid of it. Max decided, I had to do something tragic. Stabbed in the heart. He put a bullet in its head. He killed it pretty much.
How does a kid have a bullet? Like a shotgun.
Well, his dad had one in the attic.
Okay, because that was not cool. Like if he just had a gun in his room, started out the window.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
So anyways, he did anything. He was pretty much attempting to kill a human. And he succeeded. He killed a human. That's bad. It's not good. He killed everyone in his class. Except the bullies. The bullies were getting killed. Nothing happened to them with this weird voodoo doll. But they were freaked out. So the next morning,
that's what happened.
Max looked up and
found a gun and started shooting everyone.
Found the voodoo doll. Looking at him, Max he went crazy. He ripped it, he teared it apart. He pretty much devoured it, and he was doing cannibalism pretty much.
Imagine if he just ate it all, and then the voodoo doll was inside of him, controlling his whole body.
And then he felt like he had to throw up. So he went into his bathroom and started throwing up. But instead of fuzz and like normal stuff, there was human organs coming out of his throat. He just committed cannibalism. Going crazy of sanity of what he just had done. He was going crazy, ripping every little last part of that voodoo doll's body until one day it hit him that
He's gonna show a picture of it.
he could never get rid of this doll unless the doll killed him. And then he found out that going crazy, his foot turned into this fuzz or voodoo doll texture. And the next morning, again and again, it kept happening and happening and happening. It was never ending until he went.
Oh gosh.
He had the voodoo doll in his hand, rocked him on the floor, went crazy of insanity, and decided, oh, this was the end of him.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'm about to pass